Om Namah Shivaya. Friends, we were discussing about the newest, yet the most effective format of astrology, which is DNA astrology, which talks about various karmic registries running from our generation to generation. Okay, and the basis of this study, the basis of this research is the mythology. Okay, certain mythological characters were born under certain nakshatras with certain karma registries, and certain events happened in those characters life, and the same theme, somewhat same situation, recurs or repeats with us also. Okay, so we have talked about the major karma registry: Surya karma, Chandra karma, Shani, Rahu karma. Apart from the karmic registries, like planetary karmic registries, there are some special karmas for some nakshatras, not all nakshatras, but some nakshatras that we'll be discussing one by one in this video. If we talk about a Rohini nakshatra, it already has Mercury karma. Okay, it falls under Taurus. Rohini nakshatra has to do with supernatural, extraordinary intellectual capabilities. Okay, and you have to consider the lagna standing point, the lagna lord in which nakshatra it goes, and the moon nakshatra, which is called as the rasi nakshatra. So rohini nakshatra is has to do with extraordinary intellectual capabilities. Okay, they have this ability of things, looking at things differently. Okay, it is also associated with inter-caste love marriages. Let's say you are a Rohini Nakshatra, definitely, for sure, 100%, either you yourself or some of your DNA relatives, people connected to you through DNA bloodline, brothers, sisters, parents, cousins, okay, maternal, paternal, both. There would be definitely one relative who would have undergone an intercaste marriage. Okay, then we talk about Pushya Nakshatra. Pushya Nakshatra, this falls under Cancer. Okay, let's say you have Pushya Nakshatra. This is the nakshatra associated with more than single marriages, multiple marriages. Okay, so it could be any way. There could be divorces and marriages. It could be official, unofficial marriages, or relationships, or in some cultures there's this trend of more than a single marriage. So somehow this nakshatra, Pushya nakshatra, has to do with more than a single marriage. And if we talk about mythology, Lord Krishna was born under moon nakshatra, was Rohini nakshatra, but his lagna lord, so we don't know much about Lord Krishna's horoscope, but we know that he was Taurus ascendant and Taurus moon sign. Okay, Rohini nakshatra, and his lagna lord Venus has gone in Pushya nakshatra, and one major part of his life is when he tries to uh, free these queens under the arrest of Narkasur demon. Okay, and that is when he frees those queens, and as a part of social recognition, Lord Krishna has to marry these queens. Okay, the 1600 queens, and hence this is nakshatra associated with more than a single marriage. Pushya. Asalesa nakshatra, it falls under Cancer again. Okay, Aslesha nakshatra has to do with suicide. Okay, so Lakshmana from the Ramayana, okay, brother of Lord Ram, Lakshman, we of very few of us know that he tried to end up his life by committing suicide. There's a mythological story associated with it. Okay, that the legend follows that he got himself under the regret that he could not obey his brother's orders, or there was some rishi interaction, Brigu or Vasisht rishi, I don't remember, some uh, like the story is associated, and Lakshman tried to end his life by committing suicide. Now this Aslesha nakshatra has to do with suicidal karma. So if you are Aslesha nakshatra, There would be some suicidal thoughts building up in you. Some of your DNA relative must have committed suicide in the past history, or something or the other related to do with the suicide karma. And there's one more thing associated with Aslesha Nakshatra is whosoever is Aslesha Nakshatra, their parents at the time of marriage, like at the time of their marriage, the parents' marriage, they somehow found it difficult to get married. Multiple times there was yes and no for the marriage. Like, let's say you got into a matrimonial alliance, then you try to break it up, then you got back in the same alliance again. So this thing is very common with the Aslesha Nakshatra. If we talk about Purva Falguni Nakshatra, it carries heavy Mars karma, and Mars is the Karaka for marriage. And so it is seen that Purva Falguni delay or rejection in the man, like both the cases are possible. Let's say if Purva Falguni Nakshatra are not very choosy, not very peculiar, they might end up marrying very, very early in life. And let's say if there's a delay, they will have to undergo lot of rejections, like they will undergo rejections, or they will reject others for matrimony alliance, and thereby somehow there's a delay in the marriage which is bound to take place. Then if we talk about Uttar Falguni Nakshatra, okay, it is again carries the Mercury curse, Mercury karma, okay, and we know that the Arjuna from Mahabharata was born under Uttar Falguni Nakshatra, and he was a left-handed warrior. So Uttar Falguni Nakshatra is associated with left-hand people. You yourself, and if you're born under Uttar Falguni or somehow your DNA relatives, there would be definitely somebody using a left hand. And this is the nakshatra associated with inter-caste, inter-race marriages, as well as divorces and court cases. If you're Uttar Falguni, for sure, 100% definitely, either you yourself or some of your DNA relatives in the past, parents, grandparents, siblings, cousins, uncles, aunts, there will be definitely divorces and court cases in the family history. Then if we talk about Chitra Nakshatra, it carries the Shukra karma, and the person has to suffer through the life partner, but the suffering is quite different. It's like if the person stays together with the life partner under one roof, there would be lot of fights. But if the person stays separately, okay, there will be lot of love and affection when it comes to Chitra Nakshatra. Then there's Jyeshtha Nakshatra, which falls under Scorpio. It carries moon karma, and the special karma associated with this Jyeshtha Nakshatra, it is the Nakshatra of VIPs. Okay. So if you are Jyeshtha Nakshatra, it's evident that in your book of records, you will have good book of records, and there will be great contacts. All the VIP and VVIP people you will have in contact. Now, whosoever, okay, comes in contact with a Jyeshtha Nakshatra person for some professional work, some some project, if they come in contact with the Jyeshtha Nakshatra, somehow they become like they rise too much in the life. They become from zero, they become hero. Okay, they themselves become a celebrity kind of a person, and VIPs. Okay, this is the thing associated with Jyeshtha Nakshatra. So I'm not talking about the Jyeshtha. Some ex person is having Jyeshtha Nakshatra, and some person comes in contact with the Jyeshtha Nakshatra for some professional work, for some interaction, for some project managing. So the other person who comes in contact with the Jyeshtha Nakshatra becomes a VIP. Okay. Shravan Nakshatra, it deals with one-sided love relationships. You loving somebody else, somebody not loving you back in return. That's the energy associated with Shravan Nakshatra. That's the karma associated with Shravan Nakshatra. Then there's this Purva Bhadrapada Nakshatra, which falls under Aquarius. And we have talked enough about this Purva Bhadrapada Nakshatra. It is associated with loan karma. If you are Purva Bhadrapada Nakshatra, your entire life would revolve around loans, in giving loans, in granting loans, in giving loans, applying for loans, taking one loan, taking another, repaying another. So entire life, because we know that Kuber Devata was born under Purva Bhadrapada Nakshatra, and one major part of his life is when Tirupati Balaji, Venkateshwar, he takes loan from Kubir Devta and till date that loan has not been repaid. We have also made one remedy regarding this same, and it works like miracles. You all of you know about it. But Purva Bhadrapada Nakshatra has to do with loan karma. Okay, so these are the special nakshatra karmas associated with the karmic registries which happened with the mathematical characters, yet the theme just plays out in the present generations and the present world. So if you want to know about this DNA astrology, it's a nature science. Whatever has happened in the past, it keeps on repeating. It's nature's sign. If you want to know about more about DNA astrology, stellar astrology, nakshatra based astrology, Vastu Shastra, or you want to you need good quality gemstones, or you want to conduct some puja rituals, you can contact us at Maharishi Astrological Center. My contact number is 950-3596761. Till then, keep watching my videos at the Maharishi Astrological Center. Thanks a lot.